talking to me.
Many of you have asked, and now I'm answering. In today's video, how you too can sing like Zayn. Hello my fellow musician friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are in the vocal booth trying to demonstrate how you too can sing like Zayn. We're going to go over the methods that he uses, and we're going to try to educate everyone on how we too can imitate such a great singer like Zayn. I want to jump right in and start this video and tell you the techniques that Zayn uses so that you can use them too to start sounding like him. But before I do, I need to tell you two things that will help you tremendously throughout this video. The first thing I wanted to tell you is if I say anything that doesn't make sense, a music theory term or some type of terminology that's foreign to you, I'm going to be posting somewhere on the screen here videos, external playlists that will definitely help you in those areas. And I'm also going to be linking all of these videos and playlists in the description box below. The second thing I wanted to tell you is make sure you watch this video all the way through to the very end. At the end of this video, I have a gift that I want to give to you. I promise you it'll be well worth the wait, so stick around for that. All right, so let's jump right in. Zayn is a fantastic singer, and he knows when to pull certain techniques out to emphasize the style of singing that he uses. I tell my students this all the time. You don't want to sing one way because that's the only way you know how. You're limited in your capabilities and your techniques. You want to add a whole bunch of different techniques to your bag of tricks, to your arsenal, so to speak, so that you can pull from and use whenever you want to sing like in different styles, sing like different artists, different genres. If you're an original singer and songwriter, then you want to hone your own style and craft. If you are doing covers, you can put your own arrangement on it by finding your own style and your own voice. So I'm saying all this to you now is because Zayn does just that. What I find so interesting about Zayn as a singer and an artist is he takes these different techniques and he uses them. Sometimes in the same song he's using like almost he's pulling from different parts of the voice, which I think adds to his uniqueness as a singer. So the very first thing you should do if you want to sound like Zayn is you want to have what's called a very conversational type of singing style. Some people actually might call it a pillow talk type of singing, which is funny because he has a track called Pillow Talk, which we'll get to in a while. But you want to have this very conversational type of singing. That means throughout all of his songs, the overall sound and style that he has is very effortless. If you listen to his stuff, it sounds like he's not even trying. He's not belting, or he's not using a lot of effort to sing these songs. He is, but it doesn't sound like it. That's kind of the secret for singing conversationally. So if you want to get this type of style that Zayn has, you want to choose songs or arrange songs where the instrumentation is subdued so that the main vocals, your lead vocal, is not so belty. It's more effortless sounding because it just sits right on top of this tranquil type of a song bed with the instrumentation. And that's exactly what most of Zayn's songs are. To better help you understand and achieve this conversational type of singing, that leads me to the second thing, which is vocal placement. I'm going to put the video right up here for vocal placement so you can see if you need more help, because basically you need to be singing from zone number 1 if you want this pillow talky type of conversational and effortless sound. So check this video out if you need more help with it. Zone 1 is located right here, right in front of the teeth but behind the mouth. It's like a really target as thin as a sheet of paper. You want to hit that so that you can sing from that area. If you listen to his song It's You, that whole verse is from placement number 1, and later on he kind of gets into placement number 3 a little bit when he does his vocal runs, but it's very smooth. It's awesome. It's laid back. It kind of gets you in this trance. He's singing right from here, zone 1, and he is singing in his full voice. And when Zayn wants to be a little bit more belty, he goes to placement number 2, which allows him to still sound effortless, but increases that belt and that volume part of his voice. The next thing you need to do to sing like Zayn is to be able to use your head voice and your full voice in the same song and transitioning smoothly. I'm going to stick with the song It's You because It's beautifully displayed in the song. All of the verses are in his full voice, but his full voice is very laid back. I'm going to demonstrate what he does during the verse of It's You here for you in a second, but I want to also add another thing that he does, the fourth thing, is that he puts this breathiness over his voice or into the melody he's singing to give that more conversational type of a sound. So, in the verse of It's You, he does something like this.
She got her own reasons for talking to me.
If you're having trouble getting this breathy sound into your singing, what you can do is just take like a 5-tone scale like this. Oh, and put a breathy H, like a ha sound before it, preceding that same scale, and it becomes oh. If you hear that exhale, he puts that into his songs, and that's what you can do too to sound like Zayn. Head voice, that's number 5. If you want to sound like Zayn, you have to be able to find and utilize your head voice. Make sure you check this out up here so that if you have any trouble with head voice. But basically, you want to use that head voice to get not only those high notes, but still that nice, pure sound that Zayn has. His style of head voice is clearly demonstrated in the chorus of It's You. Funny enough, I did a video on this years ago when the song first came out to show how to transition from your full voice to your head voice. So if you want to check that video, it's right here. Because all the notes in the chorus aren't in his head voice. When he first starts out, he's in his full voice, and then he goes into his head voice. He also utilizes his head voice beautifully in the pre-chorus, like this.
Tell me yours, because I just can't take it.
The next thing that Zayn does all the time, and I want to tell you about, is number 6, I think we're up to number 6, is vibrato. He doesn't always use it. First of all, what is it? It's right here. Check out this video I did on vibrato if you don't know what it is or how to achieve that. Zayn doesn't always use vibrato in all of his songs. This is why he's such a cool, stylistic, and a very good singer, because he's pulling from it when the song needs it, when he feels that the song could use it, not just to show off his voice. Let me give you some examples of when he uses vibrato and when he chooses not to use vibrato. Off of the album Icarus Falls, I believe it's the second track, it's called Let Me. He does not use vibrato at all that I can recall, or if he does it, it doesn't use a lot. He uses a lot of trail off or throwaway phrases in that song. But one album before, about 2 years before that, Mind of Mine, he uses machine gun vibrato in the song called Drunk. And in the song It's You that we were talking about already, he uses that half-step vibrato during the chorus a lot. So he's really pulling from different techniques, and if you want to sing like Zayn, you have to be able to not only know these techniques and be able to do them, but where to put them. I find that Zayn does a lot of head voice in his choruses and a lot of full voice in his verses. And he uses vibrato accordingly with that. So you have to kind of overlay and play with when to use vibrato, when not to use vibrato, if you want to sound like Zayn. But even more so to the point that he kind of says, okay, I'm going to sing in my conversational full voice during the verse, and I'm going to sing in my head voice in the chorus. The next thing I want to talk about, number 7, is his belty voice. He has such a great belt. So he's not just limited to a head voice or this conversational type of voice. He has a song called Pillow Talk that I mentioned before. And you would think a song like that, he would have this conversational pillow talk kind of voice. Nope, I think that whole thing he belts, if I can recall. He is very belty to the point where he's either using belt right from the verse, right from the jump, to a mixed voice in the chorus, and we're going to talk about that next. But first, let's stay on this belt. So right from the beginning, he belts the phrase climb on board, but then as he finishes the phrase, it actually goes into a conversational sound like this.
Come on, boy. We'll go slow.
He is in this very belty voice throughout the whole song of Pillow Talk. Now, he also goes into something else, which is the next thing, and that is called the mix. I did a whole video on the mix. It's right here. I highly recommend you check it out because it's something that a lot of singers don't know about, or they do, but they don't realize that they're doing. And I think it's very important to utilize because it really pulls the listener in when it's used correctly. Throughout the whole chorus of Pillow Talk, he is mainly in his mix. Now, he could have chosen to do this in his full belty voice, but I think that would have gotten a little bit monotonous, a little bit shouty sounding for the listener. He also could have done it in his head voice the whole time, but I think it would have sounded a little bit too thin. He chose mix, which makes it a lot more engaging for the listener and a lot less strainy sounding. Okay, so we covered a lot in this video. If you only did half of the techniques we talked about, you are going to be sounding way more like Zayn than if you didn't. However, if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, even after you checked out these other videos, I want to remind you of a couple things. Number one, studios can make this magic happen, especially for a singer's voice. So if you're still hearing yourself sing and you don't sound like Zayn, remember a lot of it is effects. There's like this echo and reverb trail on his voice, along with a whole bunch of other things. So don't beat yourself up. Next thing I would say, if you're feeling overwhelmed, is to remember you don't have to do all of these techniques that I'm listing that he does. Even if you know a few of them, you're already going to sound more like him if you start using them. So say you really can't do vibrato, but you understand and know how to use your full voice and your head voice. Well, if you're covering a song and you want to do it in the style of Zayn, just start with that. Don't worry about the vibrato just yet. Sing the verse in your full voice, in a conversational full voice, and sing in your head voice for the chorus. That's a great starting point to sound like Zayn. I was trying my best to go through all the techniques he's using as quickly as I could and demonstrate them as best I could for you. If you need any other help, please message me, leave a comment. Remember, there's all these links in the description box so that I can kind of graze over them today in this video, but I go more in depth in those links. So please check them out. So that is my advice on how you can start singing and sounding like Zayn today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now, you stayed until the very end, and I promised you to give you a gift if you did. So, as promised, here is my gift for you. I have been working on a program called INSTA SING. It is a program to help singers, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, help you start singing or advance your singing wherever you are to get you better and better and better. And it works in your own time, where you can learn and listen back to these scales and techniques, a lot of them, which we covered today. And I wanted to give it to you for free. I wanted to give it to you for free because you watched this video and you're obviously interested in singing and wanting to become a better singer. So I wanted to be able to do this for you today by giving you this gift before I start selling it anywhere else. So if you're still with me and you're interested in getting this program for free, all you have to do is let me know that you want it. Let me know in these 5 quick and easy steps. Number 1, please subscribe to my channel. If you already have done that, thank you so much. I appreciate your subscription. Number 2, give me a thumbs up. Like this video. Quick and easy, right? Number 3, I want you to comment below in the comment section that you want this program for free. Say, I want INSTA SING, or yes, please INSTA SING me, or something. You can be creative or as direct as you want. Just leave it in the comment section below that you want this program. Number 4, please take a screenshot of the comment you left in the comment section. And the 5th and final quick step is to email me at michaelmingoiamusic@gmail.com. Or if you don't use email a lot or you don't check it a lot, please DM me on Instagram. You can go to michael.mingoia.music and follow me first so that when your DM comes through, it doesn't go to my spam section. Just DM me the picture you took, the screenshot, and I'll get back to you about this program. It's still in the works, but it's coming, and you will be the first to get it, and for free. Singers, let me know how this video has helped you out. Some of you send me video links of you singing. I love that. You leave me comments or questions below. I'm always on here getting back to you when I can. Thank you for watching this week's video. I hope it helped, and I will see you next week.